Cyber attackers don't care how big you are, don't care how important you are, don't care what you have and what you do. They only care whether you are vulnerable. If you think about just some of the few things, the major attacks, we're always worried about ransomware, right? I mean, that's the big sexy attack, and that's sort of the big elephant in the room. The attack where if it hits you, all sorts of things combine to make your life miserable. But that's not the number one attack. The simplest attacks are the ones that the criminals are exploiting. Why? Criminals are lazy. If they weren't lazy, they wouldn't be criminals. Now, they're very adept and good at what they do, and they've learned from spies, which is why I say there are no hackers, there are only spies. But they go after the easy targets. Investment fraud is number one. Number two is business email compromise. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. That is something you have to be very worried about in municipalities, cities, and towns. Business email compromise is when I call it imposterism. The attacker inserts themselves in the supply chain. They do research and reconnaissance and learn about your suppliers, learn about your vendors, learn about those that you work with, and they become them, they imposter them. And then usually the old school way is an email, and as we're going to see, now deepfakes are moving in to insert themselves in there in ways that are even more difficult to identify, detect, and defeat. So BC is number two. You know what's number three? I guess we're all still kind of lonely and online too much. Romance fraud, where people pretend that they're your brand new boyfriend and girlfriend, you've never met them, and suddenly, I've had a car accident, can you please send me $10,000? And this is extremely successful, and it has been for the last number of years.